Hello and welcome to Dice and Adventure. We're a group of friends who love to tell stories. We use a homebrewed version of D&D 5e to help us tell these stories, and there's a rule system for it. I'm Matt, the DMGM, and I'm going to introduce you to the I'm going to let the players introduce themselves, starting with them.
Yo, my name's she, they pronouns, and I'll be playing Raz today.
Hi, I'm Mantiago. I am he, him, and I'll be playing Salarak, who is he, they.
Hi, I'm Gisborne. I'll be playing Lace, and both of us are he, him.
Perfect. So, to bring everyone up to speed of what last happened last session, this group has been brought together by a mercenary hero of sorts, Alaric Cypher, with their right-hand man Raz, in the hopes of pulling off the heist of a century. Lumius, the floating city, is making a once-in-a-century dock to recharge, refuel, drop off its scrap, and Alaric's caught wind of where they're going to make this drop. He's hired these people to sneak into the city and steal their light source, the energy that runs through the whole of this world. However, he's not the only one who knows about this. So they couldn't go straight to the source, and they had to split up. Alaric going in and taking some guard armor so he could fit in amongst the guards. Whereas Raz, Lace, and Gustav had to make their way the long way round in order to make sure they were not seen working in cohesion with each other. They met on a field of shard scrapers, literally fighting each other. Lace and Gustav were surrounded. Raz and Alaric sorted them out. Moving on, they found a box of light that was just randomly placed in the center there. They found out that it belonged to a somewhat peculiar character. They made a trade deal for it, trade in parts of the shade scrapers to feed this individual in exchange for the crate of light. They then got to where their landhopper was based, and once they were there, there was a group of Gloom Reachers that was fast approaching this abandoned landhopper. When the Gloom Reachers got there, Gustav made a play to just walk up to the landhopper and just be like, "Oh, this is my vehicle, guys. Thank you for finding it, but I've found the light source now. I'm going to recharge it." They wanted him to recharge their vehicle because theirs was out of light. One thing you should know about Gustav was he's an experimental sort of person, and he was trying to make a new source of energy with electricity. So he tried to charge their car with this electricity, which sorted a chain reactions of explosions, nearly wiping himself out in the process. These explosions, though, hit the light source, which made the ever dark sky daylight, and with that, all the shard scrapers and unilluminated in the area started to advance on our three heroes. Once they were surrounded, they had nowhere to do up until they heard a roaring car. And I need Raz and Lace to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
16.
16.
Fucking 7.
7. Okay. So, when you guys when you guys hear this roaring car, you immediately turn and you see these giant fog lights shining, and they kind of like pulse. And this pattern, as you look at this pattern, it makes you feel very drowsy. And it knocks you guys unconscious, this waving pattern. Gustav falls unconscious due to his wounds. And that's where we pick up 3 days later. Raz, you awake stiff and like muscles ache and body pain as you look around, and you're still inside wait, are you inside a prison? Are you inside a room? And then like you feel it like lift up and jump as it goes over a bump. You look around and you see the unconscious body of Gustav to the far left of you and Lace to the far right of you. You also see this other figure clad in this armor of the Solar Seekers that you would know. It's got like illuminated light spikes throughout the whole of this piece. No Solar Seeker helmet, but it does contain this face mask, and they are just sitting there, just staring daggers at you. As Mantiago, if you would like to introduce your character.
Sure. So you do see Sadak. So yeah, as what Sketch just said, the blue spikes. He's got a mask, hood, as well. And he probably does he have his weapon? Do we have our weapons currently, or do they take it away?
You have yours.
Okay. So then you will also notice a great sword as well.
I think Raz is kind of trying to very surreptitiously pat himself down, see if he's still got his equipment.
Roll me a sleight of hand check for that one.
13.
13. So with a 13, you do manage to do it and manage to get about with it without anyone drawing suspicion. You do notice that you do not have any of your gear with you. Just then you go over another bump, and Lace, this bump like kind of bangs your head against the side of the sealed area you're in, and it brings you to consciousness.
Doing all right there, buddy?
Yeah, I hate to point this out, but this isn't outside anymore.
Quite astute of you.
Don't like being in boxes.
We're not alone, by the way.
Kind of nodding towards this new figure.
Oh,
As you nod towards him, Gustav kind of just like, well, that was quite the wild ride. Is everyone okay? Where the hell are we?
Ain't that the question? Don't suppose you know anything about that?
I mean, a new friend?
Looking towards this new figure.
Yeah. Do I know what's going on?
You was thrown aboard here 2 days ago when there was already these three there unconscious.
Okay.
The beings that threw you on here, they were gloom reachers. They're sand and dust covered armor. Their deep face masks and their weapons were like trying to disarm you with all their might. But they found it was safer to keep the weapon with you than to to take it away from you.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say. don't really know where we're heading, but I was thrown in here. That's all I know.
Thrown in here? By who?
The Gloom Reachers, I think they're known as sand creatures. I don't know if you've dealt with them before.
Had an interaction or two.
Oh.
Sounds like we'd be needing to get out of here together. Mutual reason for it?
Very well. I'm up for that. Although you don't have your weapons. Can I look around? Do I see potentially where they could be?
I tell you what, you can make a perception check, sure.
Ooh, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. As you're looking around, net kind of cracks. The crack kind of echoes around the chamber you're in here. And you do see up top, there's like this kind of grated door that blends perfectly into the ceiling that only because you just looked at the right angle and the light hit just right, you see that the indentation of a door is there.
Okay. Are we bound by anything, or are we?
No, you're not bound. You're just thrown in here.
Okay. I'll just point and says, looks like there's a door up there.
Ah, you don't suppose these gloom reaches were related to the other ones we accidentally disposed
You
of?
blew up? No.
You say blow up, I say science.
You blew up the whole area?
In my defense, it wasn't my fault. I was trying to help.
Mm-hmm. Can I look for any, loose screw, anything?
What are you trying to look for, sorry?
Any type of, loose screw, any kind of, piece of, boarding that's, loose that I could...
Yeah, you find, a few, bits of, scrap, there's, a bit of broken chain and stuff like that, yeah.
Is this more, welded or bolted together, this cage?
It seems to be welded together, yeah.
How high up is this ceiling?
Probably about a good 10 foot. From floor to ceiling, about 10 foot, yeah.
Think that we could give you a lift up there? See what you can make of it?
Sorry, are you talking to me?
Talking to Lace there.
Ace.
Seem
You just in the corner mess. Possibly, but I'm not going to do much with it. This is just a handful of scrap. I don't think I can do much with this. Well, is there any screws around the hatch?
No, this is just a perfectly flat hatch. It seems like as it's brought to your attention, if you gave it a good push, it should flip open.
Okay. It looks like any hinges might be on the outside, so I could try.
worth a shot.
I could toss you up there.
I think I am the smallest one here.
I mean, I potentially could help you.
No more electric. What blue,
Think you've done quite enough there.
Perhaps you're right, but if I concentrated a beam of electric to that area, I could blast it open, and if anyone's around, it could blast them apart as well.
This whole thing is metal. The current's going to go through the metal and shock us as well.
Potentially, but we would escape.
Or we would be electrocuted to death.
I suppose you're right. And then he's like, they took my backpack.
I wasn't going to tell you. I was going to let you continue with your little fallacy and then let you figure it out.
Then I can't shoot electric.
I guess up I go then?
Did you want me to throw you up there?
Yeah, considering I don't know how well your aim is, I wouldn't say throw. I'm just going to use you as a stepladder, I guess.
Oh, but throwing's more fun.
Yeah, but I also don't want concussion if I have to do something while I'm up there.
True, but then if you do end up getting crushed, the force might swing the door open.
I see just the people that I have here. I see self-preservation is on top of any of your list. Good to know, I guess. And he's just gonna climb up you like a step ladder.
Okay.
All right, do it the boring way.
Okay. So, Salarak, if you can roll me a strength check to see how well you can take his weight, and Lance, if you can
Sure.
roll me a dexterity. Oh, no, let's call it an acrobatics.
Okay.
Oh.
19 total.
19.
Natural 20 for a 29.
Okay, nice. So, yeah, Salarak just stands and, like, he stands stronger than, like, any step ladder you've known, and you're just able to, like, literally walk up him and, like, flick the door open, and it swings open. And, like, over there's, like, a roll ladder, like a ladder on a rope. Sorry?
Can I do it subtly so it doesn't make any noise at least?
Yeah, I was going to say, like, when you push it open, you do catch it before it, like,
Okay, cool.
slams down, yeah. But you do see, like, a rope ladder just there, so you can...
I apologize if it might hurt. I'm going to, like, kind of kick off his shoulders and, you know, kind of up into the hatch.
Yeah. Salarak stands good and firm for that. You kick off his shoulders, gives you enough momentum to flip up. You now see windows up the top here. And it's still night outside. Or at least it's night again. And you see the heaps of sand, and like you see like some shade scrapers like go like whizzing past the window.
Gonna poke my head back in as I kind of like look down into the hatch as I kick the ladder down to be like, well, they haven't took us to the sun area of the planet, so I guess I don't know what the hell's going on, honestly. I'm just trying to put stuff together. I just want to get out of this box. There's even a slightly bigger box with windows, so it's an upgrade, I guess.
And any sign of our gear up there?
Good question. Just rummaging sounds.
So
anything I can find, I'm looking through.
Up here, you do see like some like gloom reaches, like spears and knives. None of your gear is here. However, there's a door, and from that door, you do hear like muffled voices having a conversation.
I'm going to go up to the door and listen, I guess.
Okay. I'm going to get you to roll me a perception check with that. And while you're doing that, Salarak and Raz, are you going to climb up? Or?
Yep, Raz will head up.
Perfect.
28 total.
28?
Yeah, I'll follow if it's reachable. If I jump.
Gustav's just like, does anybody need a hand? Does like he just like literally one arm like pulls himself up, sort of thing.
As they're coming up, like just to the mask. Because obviously there's no, you can't see the face, but yeah, just to the mask, just the listening. Also spears for us that don't have weapons, because Mr. Flashy there kept his.
And you hear through the door, well, we got about 2 more days to get them to the market. We've got some dold that will pay good price for some slaves. I mean, they all seem to be in working order. And then you hear another voice. Yes, but what about Lumino City? That is set to land not far from here. How about we sell them to them? Think about it. They could pay us in double the light that any dold could. Yes, but the dold may be able to offer us some of their markings in exchange. Well, I'm not sure that's going to be quite on their agenda once they see, especially the big one. I mean, they might want just to put them in the pits for entertainment. You know, they are savages after all. And that's kind of the...
Yeah. On the upside, it looks like we're going to be sold. Apparently this is a slaver branch of the Gloom Reachers. Really uncivilized. Thought they all worked, in tandem with each other. Wonder what the boss would say if they knew that they had slavers in their midst. Would be interesting to find out. Just rambling on about stuff because, he just lives in the way.
Did they say who they'd be selling us to?
They said one of the really squeaky guys. He kind of said something about the Luminos City, but then the others brushed it off. Was like, "Nah, go sell them to the dust, whatever." No, but dull.
We could use that to our advantage. If we can sneak in being sold as slaves to Lumius.
Yeah, but I don't think they want to sell us to there. They kind of want to see him fight in a pit because apparently the people they're going to sell it to are savages.
I mean, it would be very entertaining.
Yeah, I'm not really the fighting type, so I'm going to take this, snapping a spear so it's a little bit more usable.
Okay.
And I'm going to probably stab one of them in the throat. I don't know about you guys, but kind of juggling the spear back and forth.
Get a
Nope,
picture of how
Enjoy that plan.
many there were.
At least 3 distinct voices. Because we're still moving, I'm going to go with the Zelisa driver as well, so let's call up 4. Might be more. Who knows? Would I know what the general team size would be for this organization, at least?
Typically, they would go in packs of 12 normally. However, given the size of the room you were contained in, and now this upper level, that's not even the top floor or the full breadth of this vessel that you're riding in right now, you're probably thinking it's probably a few more than 12.
Oh, okay. Give me a second. And he's going to go back down into our prison, kind of have a look at the walls, and be like, "Oh, it's a prison vessel. Maybe 20?" Just as the voice echoes out loud, just maybe 20. Between 20 and 40, that's my safe bet.
So we might be best trying to sneak out of here. You think?
Yeah, but I kind of want to interrogate one of them, climb back up the ladder. I kind of want to interrogate one of them to find where our shit is. It took me a
Certainly
while
help.
to make that gun.
So kill the rest, keep one alive.
Sounds like a plan.
Crazy
You'll
idea.
be taking the brunt of this, though, seeing as we've only got these spears.
Oh yeah, gladly. Just leave it to me.
Ah, fun. Before you go all brutish and I'm going to stab you in the face, let's do this fun. How do you want to do this? Idea. And I'm going to run up to the door, just bang on it and go, "He's gone insane, he's trying to kill us! Could you guys get in here and help?" And then move from the side of the door and just say, "He threw me through the vent, I'm up here for some reason."
Give me a performance check.
Really bad at this. 14 total.
14 total? Okay. You hear one of the voices is just like, "Well, what's going on there? Quick, you 3, go investigate." And you hear the scraping of stools across the floor and footsteps as they're coming to the door, and you just see the handle of the door turn. This is going to give you a brief few seconds if you guys want to make any how you're going to arrange yourself around this door.
I'm at least at the one side, kind of nestled in as
Okay.
they kind of come through, kind of thing.
Okay.
So I want to try and get the one in the back straight in the side of the neck.
Okay.
I'm going to right in front of the door. So as soon as the door opens, I'm just going to swing the first
Okay,
person
perfect.
comes out.
And you're going to activate your Lux sword to do this, correct?
Yes,
Okay, perfect.
correct.
Okay, and Lace?
Raz is looking for these knives, I think you said were there.
Yes, there's some
Knife,
like
spears, just, yeah,
like just base. So I'm gonna say because you broke the spear, Lace, sorry. That's gonna give you. I'm gonna say that would equate to a short sword.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, Raz, you can add 2 basic daggers to your inventory from what you've seen here. And Gustav's just like, I'm going to wait here. And he's like looking around and he like sees like this crude slingshot with like some rocks near it. He's like, I'm going to launch this at the first one I see.
just thumb up, like short sword in the other hand.
And door swings open and these 3 gloom reachers like come running in. I'm gonna get you all to roll initiative.
Not 20 for 28.
Nice.
19.
23.
Ooh, 20.
Oh no!
That's better than the full campaign. Double digits.
19 is 7 plus 3, so that's a 10 for Gustav. And then, okay. Okay, so Raz, you're going to be able to act first just as this is all happening. You see 3 gloom reachers just come charging through. Salarak kind of like blocks their way, so they're like kind of stuck there for a moment. What do you do, Raz?
Did Raz kind of try to slash one of them just above the brow?
Okay, yeah.
Just the first one that comes through.
Yep, perfect.
That is a 12 to hit.
12 is gonna miss, unfortunately, with these ones. So you go for that first swing and they just like duck their head instinctively.
And following that up with another slash, just going in the other direction. That's better. 25?
Yeah, perfect. That will definitely hit.
And I presume one of my allies is close enough for sneak?
Yeah, I mean, Salarak like is literally... We're going to class him as an ally because you've got the unified agreement of breaking out of here together.
We want to fucking leave.
Yeah.
We all want to leave.
Just screw the gloom reachers. That's the unified agreement.
Yeah.
That's 16 piercing.
16 piercing, nice. So yeah, you go for the side of the face. It just cuts above the brow. At first, you don't think it does anything. Then you see like that piece of mask there just like crack away, and then just blood just starts to pour. This one like
Could we
goes instinctively.
therefore make that a distracting strike?
You definitely can.
So that's an additional 7 damage. And the
Perfect.
next attack with advantage.
Amazing. So yeah, you do that, and this one like kind of like goes down and he starts rubbing he drops to his knees. Is that all from you, Raz?
Yep.
Perfect. That brings us to Salarak.
Oh. Yes. I'm going to use 2 hands. I'm just going to swing down towards the first one.
Yep.
That steps through.
Perfect.
So that would be advantage.
Yeah, you have
if you
this
need it.
advantage.
Well, thank you for the advantage. That's 31 to hit.
Yeah, that would definitely hit.
It's almost a natural 20. It's a 19. I was like, oh. I assume it suffers the normal slashing damage plus
The 3d10,
the extra.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Should have got my dice. What I need ready. Okay. Where are my d10s? There's my d10s. Okay. Okay, so that's 14 points of slashing
Okay.
plus 13 points of radiant damage.
Ouch. Okay, so this one that Raz like kind of gashed at the top, he goes down. As he drops to his knees, Salarak just comes up, swings his luck sword with both hands and just like takes his head clean off. head kind of like smacks against the window, just drops to the floor, and the body just like falls in front of you. The other Gloom Reachers is just like, we got a situation down here, we got a situation. And one of them does run back in to their screaming, we got a situation. That will bring, does that end your turn, Salarak, or you got your second attack?
I do have another attack, don't I? Is there the other one still there? Close enough for me
So there's one that's like kind of trying to hold you off, and one is like turned back and ran in.
Okay, I'll just say I was swinging and say you should have ran, and I'm just gonna swing.
Okay.
Okay, so this is just normal roll. That will be a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that will hit.
Okay, so 17 points of slashing damage plus 16 points of radiant.
Okay, this one, you slash and like cleave his arm clean off, and like he drops the spear with that arm clean off, and then he like quickly rummages for his dagger at his belt, and he's just like, quick, the mad one's escaping.
And then for my bonus action, I'm just gonna enter a rage because I'm having so much fun.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
Perfect. That brings us to Lace.
This might be a really bad idea, but bonus action. I'm guessing they haven't took my boots.
No. You still have like all your armor and everything like that. It's just like your weapons.
Just the weapons. Okay, just making sure that they didn't take my boots, because let's be honest, they would look different. Anyway. Well, a bonus action, I will cast haste on myself, and the one that tried to run away, I'm going to try and catch up to.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so your boots, they just like start to move about, and then these tiny little jets of light just appear at the bottom and immediately Lace
kind of like
bolts.
jumping
off
walls and stuff as we go. Is 60 foot enough to catch up with him?
Oh, 100%.
Perfect. As I do then, with the momentum given by the boots, I kind of want to go in for one, but at least one attack, and we'll see what happens in the second one.
Yeah, sure. So you manage to like collide with him as this attack hits, hopefully.
That's 18.
18 does hit, yes.
Perfect. I'm guessing I wouldn't guess sneak, because this really isn't sneaky.
No, this definitely is the opposite of sneaky. What I will do, though, I will give you an additional D4 for like the charge behind it.
The movement. Well, that's max damage so far for 11. 1 second, let me find the D4.
Sorry.
And that's 1, so 12. Piercing total.
Yeah, so basically you launch yourself forward and just like stab at like the back of his leg, like as like you collide with him, and he just like sprawls and collapses a few feet away from you. As you've like rushed into this room, you've noticed this is a feed-in hall.
I knew this was going to be a bad idea, but fuck it.
And you see like 2 rows of tables, and there's like 6 more Gloom Reachers that stand up from the tables. And there's one like giant one, like kind of sitting like just like entering the room after all this ruckus. This one seems to be holding a weapon very similar to your guys' weaponry. It's like, it looks like almost like a minigun that's got like light barrels carved into it.
Of course it fucking does. Well, you know what? I'm already here to make a point. I'm going to stab this guy that I've put to the ground straight in the back of the neck. Like stand over him.
Perfect.
Hopefully this fucking hits.
I'm going to give you advantage on this because technically he is prone, so you would have advantage. Okay. So therefore you would get sneak attack.
Actually stayed in the thing. That's a natural 20.
Okay, so you do get sneak attack as well because you've got advantage on the roll.
Fuck, this poor guy. Okay, well, that's 4 so far because the first D6 is doubled. Sneak attack doesn't get doubled though, does it? No.
Sneak attack does get doubled.
Oh, it does? Fucking hell, okay.
Any dice you roll gets doubled.
4, 10. So it's 5 at the moment. 22. 30. 36 plus 5, 41 piercing as I go straight for the back of the neck.
Ooh.
Yeah, so as you like stab him in the back of the neck, you just hear like this blood bubble of as like he just ceases to function.
This is also going to be a bad idea, but fuck it. Look, if you just give me my stuff back, we won't need to continue. As I pull the sword out of his neck.
Okay. On that note, that will bring us to Gustav, who is immediately going to follow you, and he's going to.
Greatest decision as well.
No, he's gonna just like take his slingshot and fire off like a couple of these rocks at like the big one, because he sees a doorway behind the big one, and he's kind of thinking the weaponry might be behind him. So 2 rocks. The first one will hit. The second one will also hit. First one does 6 points damage. Second one does 5 points damage. Nice. So he just fires like these 2 like sharpened rocks, and he's just like, whoosh, whoosh, and the guy's just like, tush, tush. Ow. As that brings us to the Gloom Reachers. So the one that's left in the room with Raz and Salarak, the one that Salarak's just launched his arm off, he is going to manage to reach for his dagger, and he is going to try and like stab at you, Salarak.
Yeah.
For a 10 to hit.
Oh
No, so he tries to stab, and you just like stare him down, and like he crumbles under the pressure of that stare. He's just like, I'm sorry. However, the 6 in the room with you, they are going to be able to round on you, and they're all going to take this. Actually, you know what? They're all going to throw their spears at you.
Okay.
You know what? 4's going to throw it at you, 2's going to throw it at Gustav.
That's fine.
So first 2 for Gustav will be 1 hits, 1 doesn't hit. And 10 points of damage on the one it hits. So this spear just like launches in Gustav, and it like hits him straight in the shoulder. He like grabs it, and he's just like, this was not a good idea to follow you. And then
I have great ideas.
The 4 coming at you. So a 13 to hit.
Miss.
1's lower than that, so no. A 16 to hit.
Miss.
And a 24 to hit.
24 will, but I will uncanny dodge on the 24 to half it.
So that is 12 points of pierce damage. Is that like, but you uncanny
So 6,
dodge,
6 is just kind of like
yeah, so like
across the
literally
arm.
they launch it, and like where you've been moving and ducking out of the other ones, you instinctively just twist your body enough just as it like slices and just gives you like a flesh wound. That does bring us to the big gunner, and he is going to, in a line, he can make technically technically you're all in a line, even if he has to shoot through a door. So I'm gonna get Salarak, Raz, Lace, and Gustav all to make dexterity saving throws.
25?
25.
That's 23 total.
23.
and then another dirty 20.
Dirty 20, nice. Gustav got a nat 20 for nat 20 for a 23. So you all succeed. So you're all going to take half damage. As this, you just hear this, and like this minigun starts to swell. Lace, you get like first like line of visuals of this as it starts to swell. Yeah, and then it's just like and just shoots.
You gotta love evasion.
Yeah, I do love evasion.
Evasion is great.
So
as long as you succeed.
So those who succeeded will take half damage. You take 26 points of radiant damage. And you, obviously, with evasion, you take nothing. Just as you manage to like hit the deck, as this gun just starts wailing off. However, that will cost the gunner's bonus action to reload. That brings us back to Raz.
So, what weapon did this first person that came in have?
The first one that came in was with the spear.
Okay. In which case, kind of taking both daggers and slashing across the remaining persons.
Okay, yep.
Right. That's 25 to hit.
Definitely will hit.
And another 25 to hit.
Okay, both will definitely hit.
And is Salarak still close enough?
Yeah, you would still get sneak attack, yep.
Sweet. So that is going to be 17 on the first one.
Okay.
And 8 on the second one.
You carve out this one's throat as it just drops and like the throat lands on the opposite side of the floor to him. Just blood starts gushing.
And then I presume there's no one within 5 foot? No?
Not a 5 foot of you. No, you would have to go through the doors now to encounter anyone else.
In which case, could kind of hiding behind the wall to the side
Okay, yeah.
for 25 stealth.
Okay, perfect, yep.
That'll be his turn.
5 stealth.
Amazing. So that will now bring us to Salarak.
Yes. How far away is the big guy?
The big guy is 40 foot from you.
Perfect. That's all my movement.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm just rushing in
just
towards the big guy.
Just
He's
carving
careful, big guy.
Yeah, just carving this like line of like
Yeah.
damage behind him as he just like rushes forward. Okay, you're gonna go for the gunner. Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna roll out the way just for flavor wise as he's like dragging the sword across.
Do I take any attack opportunities from the others? It's fine if I do.
Technically, you don't because they threw their spears, so they're not quite within the 5 foot. Yeah.
Yep.
They only had the one spear. In hindsight, maybe they should have kept it. I would have got many attacks opportunities. But
I know that's the thing. I was like, he's in a rage. He's going for the big one. So... Okay. First attack. Okay. 26 to hit.
That will definitely hit.
That's 16. Sorry. Points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Plus. Lay on the table. 25 radiant damage.
Okay.
So then second attack. I'm using that momentum to like swing again.
Yep.
Oh, that's got to miss. That's really sad. That's 14 to hit.
Unfortunately, yeah, that one does miss.
Yeah.
Get a bit too carried away and you just
Got a bit
swing
too carried
around
away.
and, yeah.
Yeah, that's him. He's staying there.
Okay,
Like,
perfect.
can't move away.
So then that will bring us to Lace, just rolling out the way as you see like these two mammoth of beings, almost like a mini kaiju battle.
I'm gonna take the half movement to get up because I did dive for the whole thing. I'm happy with that flavor wise, but yeah. So I'll take the 15 foot to get up, and then logistical wise, is there enough space behind the big guy to get behind him for flanking?
With your size, yes, because where you're quite narrow, you would just be able to squeeze behind him, yeah.
But I'm gonna get up and just fucking with the other like 45 foot of movement, just
Yeah.
and I will take both attacks
Yeah.
at him straight to the back. Well, I'm gonna go for the back of the legs. So advantage for flanking, yes.
Yes.
Okay, 23 on the first one.
Hits.
Okay, let's just do the damage because I think attack only works on one attack, does it? Or
Correct.
does it work on?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just making sure that I didn't do it twice. Anyway.
Technically, it's your first attack that hits of the round.
Yeah. 4, 5, 8, 12, 15 plus 5, 20 piercing on the first.
Okay. Yeah.
And how many do you get low if the second one hit?
Okay.
Because I've got a flavor thing in mind. That's a 14 and a 5, so 14 plus 8, 22.
22 does hit. Yep.
Okay, and then that's 2 plus 5 for 7 piercing on the second attack.
Yep, perfect. So you slash wildly. He doesn't even flinch as your custom short sword just like slashes into his back.
Wow, Brazilian one, aren't you, big guy? Yep.
You just hear this grunt. And that will bring us to Gustav. Gustav is actually going to take heed from you, and because he's also smaller, he's going to sneak round here to get behind the guy, and he's going to go for that door because he wanted that door. So he is going to use his action to dash, and that he's going to get to the door and manage to get through the door. Once he's through the door, you just hear, "You would not believe what's here. There's a treasure chest of our troves, our wonderful riches. In short, I found our items."
Ooh! just the excited sound. Are they charged? Or did they somehow empty them?
Unfortunately, that would cost me another action.
Hopefully, as long as I survive, I'll be in there in a minute.
Okay, that will bring us to the Gloom Reachers. So now 4 of them, all 6 of them are actually going to just charge at you, Salarak. They will use their bonus action to dash and just get right up on you, and they're all going to draw a dagger and start to have a go at it.
Sure.
First one will be a 17 to hit.
Miss.
Second one will be a something much higher. 26 to hit.
That will hit.
Technically, you are flanked, so they would get sneak attack.
Oh boy, this might hurt.
6.
No, I'm not surprised that they have a little bit of rogue.
They have a lot of rogue.
Yeah. Mechanics-wise, yeah. Not surprised.
12. 14 points of damage on that hit.
Is that halfable?
Yes, you can half all that, so you would take 7. So that's 2 out of 6. Third one out of 6 would be a 13, misses. Fourth one out of 6 is a 12.
Miss.
Fifth one out of 6 will hit because that will be a 22.
Yep, that will hit.
And that will be 8, 10. So that's 16 points of piercing.
Halved, or is that already halved?
No, I'm not halving these, so you just have to half
Okay,
it.
so yeah, I'll half it. That's fine. Just make sure. Cool.
And then the last one to hit you will hit again because that's 23 to hit.
Yeah.
I realised after I rolled the last one I should have been rolling with advantage the whole time for them, but anyway.
Because flanking, yeah, I was gonna ask that.
It's okay.
You can always use the logic of there's so many of them trying to stab this one die, they're kind of heeding each other.
Yeah, I mean that was the built-in logic I was going for.
Yeah, that's why.
7.
6 people around one guy, not a lot of elbow space.
So that would be 15 points. So you would half that to 6.
Cool.
7.
7.
Yeah, I can't count. Yeah, 7.
It'll be 7 or 8, depending.
7. Then the big guy. Yeah, he's just going to take his 2 shots. He's going to take it at disadvantage because he didn't roll the recharge. Well, he reloaded, but he didn't roll to recharge his multiple shots. So he's just going to take this, his 2 shots at disadvantage because you're right in front of him. So that first one will miss because that's a 10. And second one is much better, but will still miss at a 17.
Yeah, cool. That's still misses.
So you just see him and you're just there close enough, and he starts hitting his own troops around him, just blasting them away, and they just collapse with these giant 8 holes that just get punched into their body with the gun. That brings us to Raz.
So peeking out around this door, how far is it to the door on the opposite side?
So you need to get from that door to that door. You're probably looking at about 50 or so foot.
Okay, in which case, could he throw one of the knives
Yes.
at the big guy?
Yeah.
That is a nat one.
It just
So,
you just throw it and it just stabs one of the nearby gloom reachers in the back of the head and they just drop.
And it's gonna. How far away is the big guy from the door?
The big guy from door is about 40 foot. He is just in front of the door.
Just going up to one of the other random gloom reachers. That's a nat 20 this time.
Okay, nice.
Nice.
There wouldn't be anyone.
I mean, technically, they are trying to stab Salarak, so
It was an ally, yeah.
Yeah, he technically you would get sneak.
Cool.
And they are very trying to stab him.
Yeah.
So that's 19 damage.
19, perfect.
Don't worry, buddy. I took the spear so they couldn't stab you as you charged him.
Yeah. that one.
Thank you.
That one does go down because that was one of the ones that got the 8 holes punched into him from the gun. So
Nice.
yeah, that one just goes down.
And then kind of just using bonus action to dash to the side of the room. A bit closer to this door on the opposite side. That'll be his turn.
That brings us to Salarak.
Yes. So, after him getting swarmed and attacked, he's going to start maniacally laughing, and the laugh builds up, and I'm going to go into a frenzy.
Okay.
And we'll do 3 attacks to the big guy.
Yep. Let's go.
Do I have advantage with the flanking?
Yes, you do.
I'm there at the moment, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be there for long, I'll tell you that.
I know, otherwise I would go reckless, but if you're there's no point.
Just don't cut through him and kill me, please.
No promises. Okay. That'll be 30 to hit.
Oh, that will hit.
3 to roll. 14 slashing damage.
Yep.
Plus 16 radiant.
Okay.
And then I'm going to pump a divine smite as well. So
Awesome.
whatever this one's called.
Solar Smite.
That one. Where's my D8? Ooh, so 14
Perfect.
extra radiant damage.
Yep.
Oh,
He's
one
still up.
attack.
He's a big guy.
He's a big guy. I'm not surprised. That's really low. That's really a shame. At 19 to hit.
19 will just hit, yeah.
Hooray! Okay. That's max damage on the slashing, so 21 slashing damage.
Perfect.
Also good roll. 22 radiant damage.
Okay, he is still up. He's starting to show very severe signs of wear and tear, though, quite literally.
Yeah. So then, because I'm frenzying, I can use my bonus action.
Yes, you can.
Again. Yes, that will hit. So that'll be 26 to hit.
Yep, perfect.
18 points of slashing damage. Oh, that's another good roll. What number is that? Oh, 3. So then that's another, can't do math, 16 radiant damage.
Perfect. He like crumples to one knee, still looking up at you. He's very, very badly wounded, but he's still hanging on there. As this all occurs, you feel this giant bump as this vehicle you're in just turns over, and you get like thrown flying as you see this explosion just where the windows were, where you came through, the doors that came through there. As this explosion impacts, flips the vehicle. We will take our break there. We'll be back in about 15 minutes. Okay, so see you after the break. welcome back. So just before we took the break, our group here was trying to fight their way through this moving vehicle. One of the members, Gustav, found their equipment, not knowing whether it's charged or not, just as they started to make a dent in this big gunner of the Gloom Reachers. An explosion happened in the room they were just prior blasting the windows out and sending this vehicle tossing over the sand landscape. With that, Lance, it is your turn.
Want to try that again?
Lace, it is your turn.
There you go. Okay, so explosion. Where the fuck am I?
So you just like literally got turned over. So like there's a couple of like the dead bodies just like lying on top of you. Luckily the big guy didn't fall on you.
Oh, I think I would have just been dead. That Gatling gun itself is going to weigh a fucking ton.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I guess I'm going to push these bodies off me
Yeah.
and try and
Easy
climb
enough to
up
do.
into the door.
Yeah, as you do, Gustav's there frantically like looking through him, and he's like takes out your gun and he's like, this one's yours, no?
And the small one with the blade. Have you got Raz's too?
There's two of these ones here.
That's them. One's mine, one's theirs.
No, but there's three.
Did you have two guns, Raz?
I only had the one.
Would you like a second one?
I won't say no to that.
Just pass me them all, I guess.
He
I've got two actions at the moment. So.
And then he's like, who made the explosion?
Oh, wasn't you? I think it was you for a second. Found your backpack?
Yeah, you just see him like tighten his backpack, and you just see that. I'm all ready to go.
Okay, calm down. We don't know who did what. I'm guessing it's some kind of faction war. We don't want to be in a part of one of those, though.
True.
I'm going to go give Raz these two guns. You're going to climb out of there, and I guess I'm going to go find the big guy and try and pull him out of whatever he's killing at the moment.
Okay.
So I guess I'll use my one action to go over to Raz and give him their weapon. There you go, have fun. I don't know if they're charged.
Would Raz kind of inspect them?
Yeah, they look fairly to the point you left them in.
Okay, perfect. And as I'm like putting mine back to how they are, I'll go find our new friend and go, hey, as much as I know you're loving this whole bloodshed and everything, if this ends up being a faction war, we're going to die, no matter how crazy and powerful you think/know you are. As much as I hate to do this, we need to go out that massive hole. Pointing out, I'm guessing, a massive fucking hole.
Yeah.
Because explosion.
Is the ones that we were fighting, they're all dead because of the explosion?
No, like the smaller ones, yeah, but the big gunner, he's still like crawling around and like he's just going for like the minigun and just like getting its turn. Like he's just like, I'm going to kill you, and it's just like starts.
You can finish him. I'm going to start going though. So
I'll be right behind you. I've just got to finish this first.
Yeah, no. And I guess I'll use my bonus action to dash, so I can use an extra 60 foot of movement to go look what the fuck what made the hole, I guess?
Yeah. So roll me a perception check.
Ugh. That's 23 total.
You see a lone bike riding through the rough sands, and like this familiar mask looks up at where the hole is, and he's just like, you can see like, and he's just like,
I'm trying to signal that we haven't got anything left.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Do we still have the earpieces in there?
Yeah, you do, and each time it gets louder and louder and louder, and it's just like, shit.
These are really terrible kidnappers. They even left the earpieces in. Hi.
We need to move. I've made you an opening. Also, and then he points and you'd see Luminous City has landed already.
I don't have any action because I've done everything because I've used both the action, the haste action, and bonus. But just because, you could have left the vehicle upright so we could have used it to get to Luminous City. Now we have to walk. Also, we're doing fine in here. Surprisingly.
Well, I hate to burst your bubble, but there's 6 landhoppers that's following this thing.
You see, that's where my estimate of 40 came in. And I guess I will just... your boss is here. I guess
what?
we leaving? Not your boss.
Oh. Well, could you...
I'm just going to kick that guy. I just thought it was like a random guy. Just going to kick him in the face. No, Raz, your boss is here. I guess that's the explosion.
So you got a means to get us out of here? Or we leaving?
No, we're climbing out the hole and apparently walking by the looks of it.
Well, they did say they weren't far from Lumios, so hopefully we'll be able to make it in time.
I do not appreciate you saying I'm going to make you walk. I've got some sandboards.
That'll do the trick.
I still prefer walking now, actually, hearing that, but I've used all movement. Yep. Are we still in combat, actually? Is that a question?
Or we just... Technically for now, because there's still hostiles around, you technically are still in a turn order.
I don't think that's going to be a problem in the next 5 seconds.
That will bring us to Gustav. Who now he has his backpack. He is just going to press a button on his backpack and these wings are going to appear out of it. And you just hear, well, it was quite good hearing from you, but as they say where I'm from, the first one there gets all the spoils. And he's just going to take off to Luminous City. That will bring us to the gunner of the Gloom Reachers. He is going to... Yeah, he does gain back his sparring shot, so I am going to get all of you... No, you're out the way, Lace. Raz, you're still technically in the room at the moment, so Raz and Salarak, I'm going to get you to make dexterity saving throws.
I can't have this one.
22.
22.
6.
Oh, Salarak, you fail. You do succeed, Raz. So Salarak, you are going to take... It's not bad. Could have been worse. 52 points of radiant damage.
Ow!
And you're going to take 26, Raz.
Raz is looking pretty beat up.
Ooh.
Yeah, that one shot really hurt him.
And yeah, he's just going to use bonus action to charge it again. And that brings us to Raz.
Raz is going to walk towards this window, and as he's going by, just casually flicking a couple of shots at the down guy.
Yep.
So that's going to be a 26.
That will hit.
And an 11 with a nat 1.
So that one does miss, unfortunately.
Yeah, all good. So, able to get a sneak on this?
I would allow it, yeah.
So that's going to be... So 13 damage.
Perfect.
And that would be piercing. And 14 radiant.
Perfect. He's just barely hanging on, but he's still up. He's just...
My goodness.
He is a meat sack, essentially. A meat sack with a minigun.
So,
Minigun
do
meat
both
sack.
of these blades that the guns that Raz has now have blades attached, or is
Yes,
it
they
just
do.
on?
Yeah.
Then would it be a bonus action offhand?
Yeah, you
for
could.
2-weapon fighting?
Yeah, you could technically, yeah.
Stepping in to slice that? Is it the same to hit and everything
Yeah,
as
it's
the original
exactly
one? Okay,
it's exactly the same weapons.
Then
the same.
18 to hit?
That just misses, unfortunately. 19 is the magic number with that.
Then
so yeah,
ending his turn there?
perfect. You just go fire that off one, but as you do, the vehicle just rocks and it just knocks your aim just slightly off. That brings us to Salarak.
Yes. So that last attack almost killed him. But he's just standing there, laughing even harder. And then he's going to kind of bend backwards, and then using that momentum again to swing down, and he's going to go reckless.
Yep.
Because he's leaving himself open to do so. Well, thank you for that reckless. That'll be a 31 to hit.
That will hit.
So, that's 14 slashing and 16 radiant.
So you slash and you carve him in half. Both halves still hit the floor. Both halves hit the floor. However, his hand still goes for the gun, just like a twitch, like an after death twitch, until like he just finally exhales his last breath.
Yeah, and I think because he has like another action,
yep,
he's gonna just swing at the corpse.
Yeah, amazing. You make
blood all over him,
paste out of this gun from the Gloom Reachers. That being said, technically you are out of combat for the time being, with the hostiles in here no longer there. You see Alaric on the bike down below, and he's just like, "Are you coming down or what?"
Just sitting on the edge of the overturned vehicle next to the hole. How far away is Gustav?
Gustav is so technically he would have got 60, and then action to dash 820. Technically 180 foot.
That's perfectly in range. I'm gonna aim at one of the wings and go, "Oh, don't do little slimy shit," and just shoot, I guess. And I'm still hastened, so I get to shoot twice if it misses. Well, that's a 2 for 10, so that's one miss. Roll a 2 again.
You're just like, and then like you go to shoot again, and there's just like this, and it throws your aim off, and just miss again.
I'm gonna shoot him out the fucking sky. I guess he gets to move more. Because I can go up to 800 feet because sharpshooter.
I mean, he would still be in your range technically if there was still like another movement around going in. So yeah, you could try one more time. I would say before he gets like out your range, just in sake, because he could. Yeah.
18.
18. That's not it's not enough. You just shoot and it just misses, just rallies past that wing.
Looking down, I'm gonna kill him. Just you know, I'm going to kill him.
Alaric's just like, can we do that once we get moving? That little shit's gonna beat us to the prize. Who hired him anyway?
Slide over sat there. Sorry, boss.
Well, if he gets there before us, I'm gonna be very angry.
Let's make sure that's not the case.
Yeah. I'm guessing we kept our charged our money?
No, you wouldn't have.
Oh, okay.
That would have been the one thing they would have took, as well as your weapons.
I'm jumping back in to go fucking find my pouch.
Okay.
If it's anywhere in there.
Okay.
Just give me a second.
I'm going to say roll me an investigation check with disadvantage.
Well, that is 6 + 8 for 14.
Okay, so you don't find your pouch, but you do manage to scavenge some light off of the gunner.
Okay.
He has about 20 light on him.
It's better than nothing.
If you do head back in, you'll probably see Salarak just
literally
ripping it. Like
as you're looking for the pouch, you just see Salarak. He's just like.
I'm just gonna take this. Thanks. You do whatever you need to do. I'm gonna obviously open the pouch, put 3 back into the rifle that I weighted, and slide 1 into the boot again.
Okay.
Oh, right, I swear to fucking God. No honor amongst thieves, I swear. Leaving this hulking man just turning the whole area into like a red mist and just like, probably not the most gruesome thing I've seen. And I'll climb back out and
Yeah, Raz is heading out too.
Okay.
Sliding down next to Alaric.
Don't suppose you got any healing things, boss? Took a bit of a hit back there.
Oh.
also don't suppose you need another man now that we're 1 down. There's a guy in there going ham on a corpse.
I mean,
that came out wrong. He's making a very fine pate.
Did you say that he was wearing Solar Seeker?
yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
It did seem to be one of
Saying this not loud next to Alaric?
Yeah.
seemed to be one of the Solar Seekers. Don't know what you make of that.
That in itself is quite interesting. Haven't seen them in a while.
That's a good question. When was the last time I saw him?
I mean, you would only ever seen them like in passing, really. Like you would never like worked with them
no.
per se. I mean, technically, in your line of work, you would have worked more with the Gloom Reachers, if working with anyone. But you've been more of a lone kind of.
Hey, I tried to be diplomatic with him. I said, "Just give us a shit and we'll leave," and he didn't.
And he was by himself.
Yeah, they call him a mad one, something like that. Very, very fine with it. Very good with his sword. Saying that. Just gonna shout, do you need that charge? You've used a lot of it. Hello?
You say this to Salarak?
Yeah. Just shouting back into the truck from outside.
Eventually he'll calm down. But he will take a point of exhaustion. Sorry, what did you say?
Your sword, how's it looking? It must be near dead at this point?
Yeah, it needs charging.
Got a little bit that I stole off the body while you were busy turning him into a kebab. You want me to charge it?
If you have the means, yeah.
Do you want to come out and so we can have a civilized conversation, or are you just going to stay in there and I don't know? We keep shouting at each other like fucking savages.
I mean, I'm on my way. And then I think as he leaves, he'll just pick up some of the bodies and just throw it just cause as he exits.
Just as he's like running out, you just see like these bodies just like go flying out the hole just before he does.
Just rearranging the furniture.
Yeah.
When he does like land on one of the sandboards next to you guys, immediately Alaric, still holding one hand on the bike, just pulls his blade and Hey there, friend. Are you alone?
I am.
And why would a lone solar seeker be all the way out here?
Don't lump me with them. I'm not with them anymore.
And how can I be sure?
Because if I wanted to, I could have killed your friends here. But I left them to sleep.
There's some truth in what he says, boss.
And puts the sword away, and he's just like, well, I guess on this occasion everyone deserves a second chance. You better hold on
besides
tight.
that rat, just pointing at him in the distance, flying away.
Oh no, he's used his second chance.
Okay. Well, but
Also, about 3 days ago, when we were supposed to meet up, did any of you see the sky light up like it was day during the night?
oh yeah, that's because he blew up a groomswalker vehicle with electricity. That lanced over to your landhopper, and then the explosion of the landhopper set off the light box that we found to charge the lighthopper, and knocked us all unconscious.
So let me just clear this up.
It's all his fault, yes.
In the 3 days that you guys have been resting, I was ambushed. I recovered. I was waiting at the checkpoint. I was inside Lumino City, and I had to come save your asses.
All because of him blowing up the vehicle and knocking us all unconscious, yeah.
And now I've got another person here who may or may not be with the Solar Seekers. I can see this is going perfectly.
This is very strange if this is what you planned. I'll shut up now.
I'll say it can only go uphill from here.
I hope you're right. It definitely can't get any worse.
One request. The dude that's flew off. Permission to kill him, or do you want him to still be alive?
Oh no, I'm shooting him in the back of the head, don't you worry.
Okay.
I believe there will be a line.
Just because if he was the reason for the explosion, I went to investigate that light. That's the reason why I got captured. So if that's his fault, then he needs to be punished for it.
Oh, another thing before we go. The Gloomstalker big guy had a Lux Gatling gun. Do you want that? So we can at least salvage something from this? Because at least it's worth something.
My dear friend Lace, if you would just turn your head around just slightly and look behind you.
Yeah, I know. I just realized this. It's still the 6th. Yeah, we should go. We should go.
And you just now start to feel like the pressure
rumble.
of the rumble, and also the pressure of like the light perforating like the air around you. Just like they've just got like these guns hooked up to the landhoppers and just like.
I'll charge your sword when we stop.
That's fine.
I'm not going to stand on the board. I'm literally just going to lay on it, like hands behind back and everything.
Just hold on tight, and Alaric's hard drift just scoots off to Luminous City. I'm going to need you all to make, let's call it athletic checks. It's not a super high DC, just to hold on to the board.
Well,
15.
15?
16?
16?
Natural 1.
At least it's fitting that the biggest one has trouble.
I'm exhausted.
That's a valid point. So you all hold on, apart from Salarak, who goes like big bloody cartwheeling off the board into like this sand mound, and Alaric just get on my bike and hold on.
just lying on the board very nonchalantly, hands behind Bello. Yeah. Makes sense. He's the biggest one.
Yeah, he would just get on. He'll try to like salvage it, but he's somewhat embarrassed.
And like now you've got like Alaric on like this one-seater bike. You've got this giant guy, and like Alaric is just like. It almost looks like like when a fully grown adult is like riding like a kid's trike. It's like that sort of thing is going on.
While we're going, I'm just going to cut the other sleigh off the back so it isn't dragging us down.
Okay,
no one's using it.
Yeah, and that makes like a sand cloud appear to give you some partial cover. And you continue off to Luminous City. Alaric does go, I've got these. These are compressed light injections. They should heal you for about 20 points. Just don't use too many of them because there's known side effects. And like he kind of like throws them behind to Lace and Raz.
I'm fine. Gonna stab it into the big guy's neck. I'm fine.
Yeah. So yeah, you get that.
20 points.
Yes.
Thank you.
How many did he throw back? Because I might just stab the guy in the neck again.
Yeah, he just had to. Yeah, he just threw one back to you and one back to Raz. And he's like, right, we'll go. Unfortunately, the first plan has gone to the crap house. The second plan has followed it. So we're on to plan Z.
Fuck. Didn't know we got that far down already.
We have 3 hours before Luminos gets back into the air.
Where's Plan T? I really like Plan T. I'll shut up.
You just like hear like under the mask because he's just like just biting his breath, like cursing under the mask. Yeah,
grinding a teeth.
Yeah, literally. We've got 3 hours until Luminos is back in the air. If Luminos gets back in the air while we're on it, let's just say none of us are going to have a good day.
We don't know how to fly?
Once Luminos is back in the air, all its protections go up. We cannot exit it unless we want to try and walk through a light barrier.
Yeah, but I was more concerned about the fall.
Alaric's like, that too.
What's your business with this city?
Well, I guess you're along for the ride. We're going to steal its light.
Brilliant.
Yeah, that's plain and simple. We're going to steal its light, and then we're all going to retire.
I think we all know the stories. That it's just a giant, moving, constant generator of light because it stays in the sunlight constantly.
It is, and if we get to its underbelly, or as we would call it in a place where we would live, a basement, they have stored enough light to light our cities for a long, long time. So could you imagine one person with all that light? Or 4 in our case?
Oh no, you can stick it free. I just need a little enough to, just get somewhere. You guys can have the rest.
Listen, I'm at the end of the alphabet. I don't have room for many more plans, so it's splitting between 4 of us.
Fine, I'll take it and then I'll give you it back.
Whatever you do with it once you have it, that's on you.
Might be difficult, boss. Do you want me to jump off the side of I can jump off the side of it.
At this point, if you carry on, I'm going to push you off the side of it. Like, he's like trying to like turn around and have this argument with you while still like it's it's that typical moment where like the dad's driving the car and he's telling the kids the backseat. He's just like, So, the plan is simple now. We are going to go through the door like we were supposed to. We're going to go in there loud. We're going to go in there fast. Then we're going to disappear. Once we disappear...
To ask, are we there yet?
I swear to Light, I will cook you.
I would like to remind you,
I'm
you
not
hired
above
me.
eating a person.
Say the word, boss.
The word will
I don't
be
mind.
shoot him with a big gun.
That's more than a word. I'm sorry, it's just, it's my way of coping with things. Also, I'm a very strange person, people have told me.
At this point, Lark's just like, right. The plan. We go in there loud, we go in there fast. We disappear. Once we've disappeared, we split into 2 groups. Them 2 groups make 2 ways to the light source. If there is any trouble, you get back out to the main gate. We just have to call it off at that point. Is that clear?
Yeah,
Got
it
it,
seems
boss?
simple enough.
Okay. Raz, you're going to be with me. And
You sure you
Lace,
don't want me to keep an eye on one of these guys?
at this point, I would rather the big guy squish Lace and Lace just disappear. The amount of nonsense he's talking right now.
You know that could be arranged.
Just lean on the board. Hey, big guy, considering the fight that we just had, I don't think you're in much of a position to do that, considering you didn't need to charge your weapon.
Click his neck.
You can just feel the shame grin on it, like, through the mask as well. Like, yeah, he's just
Yeah.
really nonchalant.
Okay. So, you know what, Raz? I think that's a better idea. You go with Salarak. I'm going to go with Lace.
Hey, now I'm scared.
I have an idea. For Lace. And he chucks you a pair of handcuffs.
Oh, do I have to pretend to be imprisoned?
No, you're going to pretend you caught me.
Honestly, out of us two, technically I have the better reputation, so it makes sense.
I think I have probably the more... They'd be more... No offense, they'd be more excited to see that I've been caught than you.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I've got a better reputation with them than you have with them.
I know what you meant. I'm trying to drive. Just shush.
Yes, I'm handcuffing you after. But that doesn't feel right. Anyway.
Oh, God. I'm going to have a heart attack before I get there, I'm telling you.
Wait, he's going to crash the bike.
Yeah. End of the one shot. He's just going to crash the bike into the side of the wall.
That's it. And okay.
But yeah, so he's coming up and he's like, right, Raz, Salarak, I'm going to drop you off here. We're just going to scoot up. This is going to be the distraction. This is going to be the loud. This is going to be the fast. And then we get in there quick.
Let's do it.
I'm so ready.
I'm going to be productive now. I'm not making jokes. Wouldn't it be better for you to sit on the board, me handcuff you, and me drive up to them?
Oh, we're going to walk him. Do you have a bit of light I could borrow?
How much do you need? Enough for a small explosion, or just a...
I've got these 2 grenades.
Okay.
I just need a bit for the catalyst.
Got enough to
I'm all
recharge
for
our
that.
weapons first?
Oh, make sure the weapons are charged first, maybe, yeah. Then if we got some left.
Come on, big guy, give me your sword.
Here you go.
Shut the fuck up. I understand how late it's coming up.
I was
Shut the
fine
fuck
up
up.
until your face. Your face is what ruined it.
because my brain made the connection. Anyway, stab the sword on the ground. I'm just going to check the level. How many charges have you used? Because I wasn't keeping count.
I've already used one.
Yeah, so it just needs
Okay.
one charge.
No problem. And yeah, take one of the fucking cells out. Just. Well, you didn't use anything else. Well, sweet, use more than that. Ah, fuck it. I can't get this out the ground.
That's right, I got it. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. So, Raz, you need any before I put these into a grenade, apparently?
Does stabbing with the blade take a charge?
Only if you've turned it on.
Okay.
Could do with a couple of rounds if you got them.
I'll give you 5 to keep on you. Is that enough?
That'll be plenty.
Use them if you need. And okay, take the top. I'm gonna really think about stuff before I say it. Unscrew the grenade.
Yeah.
And I have about 6 left because I need a couple for me.
Okay. Well,
3 in each.
in that case, then, just take what you need and hand me the rest.
I'll give him the 6, so he's got 3 for each grenade.
Okay, perfect. And you're gonna see him go to like the side of the bike where the power source of the bike is, and he's gonna like open it up a bit. He's gonna place one grenade in there, put like 3 of the light around it. He's gonna take the other grenade and get a bit of rope, tie the other 3 light around that grenade. And then you just see him put his foot down on the bike, get off the bike first, and then he puts his foot down on the accelerator of the bike, and you just see the bike go. Lace, you've got a good throw arm, right?
I've got a good. I couldn't pull the sword out of the ground.
Big guy, you
I
got
can
a good
shoot
throw
a
arm?
grenade if you throw it.
Oh yeah, I can throw it.
Okay, can you make me a strength check to throw this grenade to hit the other grenade to cause the big loud
I mean,
noise?
if it's a check, I am tired. So we'll see. Just straight.
Shoot the grenade on the side of the bike. Why are you making this more? Like he's having this whole like expedition. Like,
Is it just straight strength or
just straight
athletics?
strength, yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's another one.
Okay,
I'm just gonna put this away.
you just take the and you launch it up into the air. That's pretty impressive, but it would have been better going that way.
Do you think you could make a shot at that vehicle, Lace?
thank you, someone speaking sense, and just slaps the side of the rifle, pulls it up. Do you want me to wait until it gets closer to the guards, do a little bit of damage?
And then you see like Alaric's just
Like you see the rifle
No.
moving as well. Okay, and then I guess I'll fire.
Yeah, roll me an attack roll.
I would just say to the guy, I was like, sorry, did you want me to throw it at that? You didn't specify, I just threw it.
18.
18. Well, typically that was the idea. We need to move from here when that thing comes down. 18?
What's that one?
Yeah, it's just like yeah, so 18. That does hit, and you just like line it up, shoot, and then speed of sound just and you just see a load of guards just like start to run their way through, because there was like guards on the outside. They just run their way inside Luminous City. Lark's like, that's our cue, and we better run.
Yeah, we got 5. As he's moving while counting 4, 3. Wait, we put light in that and just run faster.
Yeah, it's loud. Okay, so Solaric and Raz, I'm gonna get you to make me stealth checks, and Lace and Alaric will make stealth checks for their group stealth check.
23?
23?
13.
13? Okay, good. That's
17.
17, and Alaric got a 29. So you immediately split off and go in. Solaric and Raz, when you go in, you see the guards like all in this premium platinum silver armor, inspecting the explosion site. And you see the doorway to where the underbelly of the city is, or as Alaric brutally put it, the basement, is clear. What do you guys want to do?
Should we head straight in or try and knock a couple of these guys out?
Straight in, but hit them on the way in.
That might draw attention to us, though.
And
I think this might be a stealth mission, you know.
right, not one for stealth. Sure, okay. Yeah, I'll follow you if it's stealthy.
Try to follow my lady.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm
And
just gonna stealth past, I suppose.
Yeah, I'll just follow. Follow their lead.
perfect. So to completely get there, you're going to have to make 3 checks. You can choose to make 3 stealth checks. However, the DC will get higher each time. Or you can describe to me how you're going to better use your skills to get in there. And the check will be different and the DC will stay the same or get lower depending on what you suggest. So you can either make them as a group. So you make 3 group checks together, or one of you can make it for both of you.
So should we kick it off with just a general stealth check?
Yeah.
Okay.
So just
And are you doing it
seeing
together?
if sneaking works this time.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it together.
Okay.
Okay. Oh god. Okay.
16?
Okay. Oh, that's really sad. Well, it would have been a natural 20, but disadvantage, so 10.
Okay. First DC was 10. So
Hey!
you both succeed that, so that's 1 success, and you get like further in. How are you gonna navigate now? You see more guards like running across, and you see like the streets of this city like becoming on standstill due to this explosion. You do see like some burly dwarfs in like this kind of mechanized armor carrying boxes into like the basement area as you get further in.
So for the next one, I think if someone comes across their path, Raz will try to either persuade or deceive them.
Okay, yeah, definitely. I will allow that
Probably
as
saying that we were investigating the light thing,
Okay,
the
yeah.
explosion, and then just on the way back in.
Yeah, definitely. Like, so one of the dwarfs that's like carrying boxes just like catches you out the corner of the eye. He's just like, well, what are you doing here? Like, you know.
We were heading out to investigate that flash of light the other night. Don't know if you saw it.
Oh, you must be a part of the militia, no?
That's us. We're on
Oh.
our way back in now.
Okay. Roll me a persuasion or deception check, your choice.
Same thing. That's a 16.
16. He kind of looks for a moment and he's just like, on your way back in, you say?
That's us. The main group went in through the main door, but we decided to take this route.
Of course, just bear with me one moment, please.
Sure.
Did a group of militia return?
Nudge Solarac just to be
Okay.
making our way around him.
Yeah. Perfect. So he turns and he's like, did a group of militia get there into the main gate probably about how long ago? And as he turns back to you, you guys have like snuck around him. He's like, I think we may have a problem. I think we have rogue surface dwellers in here. And your last check, what will that be? Just to let you know, the persuasion was a success because it was a 15 DC. Now this one is your last check, which is raised to a 20 DC because it's the final check. However, you can choose to do a skill you've done before, but the DC is raised by 5.
Ooh.
You got one that you want to go for? Or
He's not very skillful. He just kills things.
happy to give another shot? Unless you got something in mind?
What's the environment like where we are currently to the goal?
So where you currently are right now, you're on like this ramp that goes towards like the basement open door. You've got 2 of the Luminous City guards standing on there. It's quite quiet here, apart from the mass of the mechanized dwarfs that's like gathering and like starting to look around now. And you've got the other city guards that's like looking at this explosion.
Yeah, there's nothing really I can utilize in this situation. So if you have something, you go for it.
So picking up a little rock or something like that,
Okay.
and throwing it somewhere to make a bit of a sound to distract the guards.
Okay. Yeah.
Either sleight of hand, I guess, or making a little ranged attack.
I tell you what I will call it. I will call it I'll call it like a modified performance check. So
Okay, sure.
I'll give you a performance. You roll me a performance, but I will allow you to add your proficient. If you're not proficient in the skill, I will allow you to add your proficiency to it. If you are proficient, I'll allow you to add half your proficiency to it as well.
Not proficient.
Okay, so you get to add
6.
your proficiency to it.
That's a 9.
9? Okay, so you do throw it and the dwarfs catch up to you from behind and they're just like, well, you two, you said you were from the militia. The militia was not, the militia came in about 3 hours ago. Why were you so late?
Kinda gestures down at himself, seeing all this bloody gear.
Yeah.
I think you can probably guess why. Ran into a bit of trouble on the road back.
You know, we have a saying here in Luminous City. Light plays a part in all life, but it also pays away our sins, if you know what I mean.
Got a few bits of light here. Might be able to help
I mean,
ease your suspicions here.
potentially if you have a few bits of light, I may not have seen anything for at least 3 minutes.
And slipping the 5 little cartridges that Lace had given him.
The dwarf just takes them and holds them in his hand. What you've noticed up to this point, when you've been loading the gun, your weaponry, or handling, like you've had to do it so carefully and not touch it with your bare skin. But this dwarf just takes the mechanized glove off and touches it with his bare skin and just like puts it in his pocket. He's like, a pleasure doing business with you, Mr. and Mr.
Gives him a
whatever your
wink.
name is.
Guess you'll have to wait and find out.
Oh, I'll be waiting. It's Code Blue. This is no rogue surface dwellers inside. We have situation under control. We will check in again in 2 minutes. And they just like let you walk past. Going through as you make it to like your final point where the door open is, we will go back to Lace and Alaric, and they're both there like, so what's your plan, kid?
Well, I have multiple ideas. I could say that you use some kind of primitive slingshot and threw a grenade at them. I caught you with the second one, which blew up near us and almost killed us. We could just walk up to him with you in the handcuffs and go, hey, look, I found this person you've been looking for. Don't think they would actually kind of believe that one, but the whole, explosion that just happened, they would kind of feel that's a bit suspicious. At least that's what I would think. Secondly, we can just wait here and see how the others get on, and I can shoot people in the face if they try and stop them. What would you like to do?
I think possibly the more discreet way is probably the better way, at least for now.
Well, I'm happy to relax here and let them do their job. They haven't said there's any problem yet.
Well, I guess you better put them handcuffs on me.
Well, I was trying to be more thing, but I guess, yeah. So, makeshift slingshot?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay. And just out of some like random rags and shit, I'll make a makeshift slingshot.
Perfect. What Alaric will do is he will take his blade and his gun and be like, you better hold on to these.
Oh, that's fine. Just the empty holster that's always always been there, because even though he doesn't
Design
need
flaws.
a second, even though he doesn't need a second weapon, he just likes the other holster because it's just symmetry, even though it's never used. And then just hold the spear as like it's a walking stick, I guess, because rifle's on the back. That's the one.
Yep. Okay.
I'm trying to annoy him by using like a walking stick.
He's just like, you know, I generally don't care if you break that, to be fair.
You've established I'm eccentric. Anyway, you're my prisoner. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, so Alaric's now in the handcuffs. And
wait. Before we go on, what pocket is the key in? Because you didn't give me the key. You have the key, right?
Of course I have a key.
You have the key, right?
I believe the key was on the bike.
Please tell me your sword can cut through these handcuffs if I need to use it.
My sword can cut through anything.
I don't fucking use your sword.
Well, pay attention to things around you. And I'm only joking, I have a key.
Where's the fucking key?
And he just like flicks out from like his hand.
Okay, you're gonna uncuff yourself then?
You
Perfect,
think I
let's
trust
go.
you with the key?
Valid point. I probably would have swallowed it.
So many questions.
Sometimes it's useful.
I disagree. You better you better hit me and make it look real. The guards are watching.
Cracks knuckles, but instead pulls out pistol, just pistol whips.
Okay, yeah. Roll an unarmed strike.
It ain't gonna look real. That's a 5.
What I'm gonna do, Alaric's gonna roll performance, but it's gonna be at disadvantage because of the bad roll from the strike. You know, it's not bad. It's a 12 on the performance. So you go to like pistol whip him. It like misses his face, but he like still like, whoa, like oversells and like falls on the floor. And the guard's like, who are you? What is this? What is going on here? We have a situation.
Yeah, I kind of figured that out considering the other one they was using almost fucking killed me too. You know what this is, like picking up this, like showing this massive slingshot that I made. Like they used it to launch the first one at you.
Who is this
Savages.
piece of scum?
Just gonna like grab him by his hair and like, this guy.
Take off his
You
mask.
should know him by now. Oh, good point. Yeah, I should probably put that up in the first place. Just do it.
Yeah, as you take off the mask, it's just like this massive burn that like runs down like the center of his face, like almost like cutting his face in half, like Two-Face. But instead of like, it's just like this burn scar, it goes splits right straight down. And he's got like other scars across the face.
Turn his head with the head.
Yeah, piercing blue eyes, bleach blonde hair, and just like, apart from scars, very like chiseled jawline, and they're just like,
He's not much of a looker, is he?
Well, that's what he got last time he tried to break in here. This time we will finish the job.
Awesome. as I know, we've never had any ill blood, us, me and you guys. So the fact that I found him, I'm going to leave him to your devices, and we're going to pretend that this never happened because he almost killed me as well.
Of course, but your reward, you must want your reward.
Honestly, what are you going to offer? Because honestly, I'm happy with just getting justice for the fact that he almost killed me, but I'm more than happy to take something if you guys are
We
want
could
to.
give you a shipment of 1,000 light.
Yeah, no. You got it in a more compact form, though, because crates that the surface dwellers use is too bulky.
Crates are such a primitive technology.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely.
And
God, we had to...
pulls out like this kind of like, it's like a tiny, like almost like a ring box, like what you'd put a ring in, and he just pulls that out. This would work.
They were like pulling out one of the like cells. So they were the same as these? Were they interchangeable?
Yes.
Perfect then. Yeah, no, we got a deal.
This is what we call in the luminosity the liquid light. One drop can do the same as 5 cells.
Ooh. You know, I haven't spoke to you guys in a long time. I know we've done little bits here and there, but honestly, some of your innovations that every time then, amaze me. Compress and get into a liquid form. Great idea.
Yes,
I'm just gonna have to hold my hand out.
We've been working with a very good scientist. He even predicts he could potentially do away with, so we wouldn't have to harvest so much light.
Give me a second. Is he like very weird accent, really eccentric hair, kind of an asshole personality?
I'm not kind of sure what you mean by weird accent, but yes, Mr. Gustav Wilhelm Gothenburg.
I would love to meet such a brilliant inventor.
I'm sure he would be happy to meet you, such a dedicated fan. Obviously, you would not be able to meet him so armed.
Yeah, that's. Do you want to bring him out so we can? Would that be easier instead of me coming in? Because I know how security is and all that, and I feel very naked about this because you know what the wildlife is like. So common grounds.
I think we will make an exception on this regard. Mr. Gustav tells us that he met some extraordinary people when he was out in the wilderness.
I bet he did he?
He delivered them with such great length and description. It's kind of funny, really, because they kind of looked like this, and he pulls out like this hollow. It's like kind of like a hologram, but like it like flickers with light, and he pushes it, and you see an exact image of yourself, Raz, and Alaric.
Oh, how fun! I'm guessing this is going to be sleight of hand.
Yeah,
but just pulling my pistol from the holster and just straight in between the eyes.
Yeah, so you know what? That's going to be an initiative challenge. So I'm going to get you to roll initiative against their initiative to see if you can act quick enough to do so without them moving.
17?
You are lucky. They rolled a 15. So, yeah, they rolled a 5 and they have plus 10 to their initiative. So
I rolled a 7. I have plus 10.
Oh, very lucky then. So you just, and this one just goes straight down, and Alaric's just like, well, I guess quiet's not any option anymore. Quickly undoes his cuffs and takes down the other 2 guards near him. There's more guards that start to like rummage to your, and at this point,
when he takes those 2 down, I'll just walk past and
yep, perfect.
While they're on the ground. Do you want your, and then just throw his shit to him?
Yeah, he grabs the sword, flicks it on.
We're doing this.
Gun in one hand as more guards rush over. Raz and Solaric, the guards that were watching your entranceway have gone now, because they are running towards this post-explosion area where now you see in the distance streaks of light in terms of a blade flashing around.
Yeah.
And you see like gunshots going off. You see these silver guards falling down. You see more and more rising and falling in that way. Even the mech dwarfs are like running over there to see that, and you've got like a clear opening here.
Seems like they're getting all the action, so...
I know, I wish I was on the other team. Like, no offense, that just seems more fun.
I quite agree, but let's do what needs to be done.
And heading in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So through the doors, down the steps, and you see this last doorway. Behind the doorway is glowing with this radiant blue light.
Cautiously approaching.
You just
Kind of.
cautiously... Yeah?
Looking out for any traps and
Okay. Roll me...
pressure plates or whatever.
Yeah, roll me... So you can roll me a perception check, which means you'll move quicker. So if it is a pressure plate, you have less chance of setting it off. Or you can roll me an investigation check, meaning you move slower, but you are more accurate in what you're going to discern. But however, if you fail the check, you will set off pressure plates if they are there.
Let's go for perception then.
Perfect.
16?
16? Good enough. So you do see there's like this faint beam of like almost like laser light like connected at like the doorway, and you do see like now like some these lasers in front of it, like almost like as an alarm sort of thing. You like just managed just to stop like just right here before setting one off.
Hold up there. Seems there's some laser trap here, some sort.
Right.
Is there any reflective metal scraps around? If not, we can make some out of a hooded lantern.
Yeah, there's none like around, so if you do have the means to try.
Yeah, kind of handing it over to Solaric.
Yep.
Don't suppose you could tear this into a few sheets, could you?
Sure. Well, right.
You know what? I'm going to get you to make a strength check with this, but I am going to give you advantage on it purely because this is in your wheelhouse.
Sure, yeah.
So, unfortunately, because you are exhausted, that will be a straight roll.
Straight. So yeah, just another normal strength check.
Yeah. Or if you can tell me how you're going to do it athletically, I will give you athletics.
I don't know. Cause
Leverage.
I'll just test my muscles and just.
You know, I'll give it to you athletics. Why not?
Using a corner of the wall to help.
Yeah.
Just play like that training montage music in the background. You know.
Really get the motivation pump.
Yeah. Pick up.
I'll just do. I don't know, one-handed push-ups, and I use my teeth to rip.
I love how this is meant to be serious, but like out the fucking window.
The funny thing is, I can generally see this character doing that. But yeah, no, straight athletics roll then, please.
Okay. That will be a 22.
22 is good enough. You do manage to rip this into 4 sheets.
I'll just pass back with without do.
Let's see.
So kind of following where these lasers are heading and trying to place a sheet so it reflects from where it's supposed to be going to.
Okay. I'm going to say sleight of hand for that one to make sure you get it in the right angle.
Yep. Another 16.
Okay, yeah, good enough. You do manage to, and you just see like the lasers just like kind of like.
That should do the trick. Nice job.
Oh, well done for you too. That was clever.
And checking out this door a bit closer.
Yeah. As you get there, you can see it has all means of locks and it is reinforced. You've not seen a door this sturdy in all your years of life.
This might take me a minute. Do you mind standing watch?
I can stand and watch. If you wanted to be quicker, I could always try and just bust the door.
Let's try the quiet approach first.
Yes, quiet. That's what we're doing.
And take out some thieves' tools
Yep.
and set to work.
Okay, as you start that, Solaric, you hear this like lightning crackling sound. As you see the other gentleman, it was asleep in his darkened suit with his backpack with these kind of like defibrillator paddles in each hand. He's well. I thought it would bring you here. Problem is that light there was promised to me. It's my research, after all. So, I will give you one chance to walk away from here, or we'll be carrying you out. And I'll get you to roll your Thieves' Tools check now, Raz, for trying to open this door. It's a very high DC with this door.
Sure. So what am I adding to this?
So are you proficient?
Proficiency.
Are you proficient with Thieves' Tools?
Yep.
Okay, so it'd be your dexterity plus your proficiency.
That's a 10.
Total?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
Rolled a 2.
Oh. So you're frantically going, and there's just like this stream of lightning, electricity. It just hits you, and it like, you know, it just makes you flinch, and you hear like a crack in one of the fuse tools. It doesn't quite open. I said that is my reward for bringing in the scoundrels that would set plans to rob this great city.
Seems like we might need to take the less quiet approach. Why don't you give that a go and I'll hold them off?
I thought you'd never ask. I'm trying to, try and break the door down.
Okay. Okay. So, roll me.
I'll try and like kick it down first, and if that doesn't work, I'll get my sword out and then try and.
Okay. So, roll me. Let's call it a strength check to try and kick down this door.
Yeah.
While you're doing that, Lace and Alaric, you're surrounded by guards. Like more and more guards keep coming in, and Alaric's just like, I've got a plan. It's a bit stupid.
Oh, how great. I also have one. And it's also stupid.
Oh. Does yours involve shorting out your light weapon so it causes a kind of like...
Explosion? No, mine was jerry-rigging that vial of pure light to the side of my handgun and just turning it into a machine pistol.
I mean, that sounds as good a job as any.
Okay, you do that, I'll do this.
Okay. Yeah, so you basically see Alaric, he like stabs his luck sword into the ground, and he starts like blasting like the center chamber where like the light is stored with the gun to cause like this almost like an earthquake effect with this blade. And you're gonna attempt to channel your liquid light.
Yeah, I'm gonna slide down, get the vial off the fucking body, put it, kind of jerry-rig it so it's against where the charging thing is, and just start spraying.
Okay. An intelligence check and a sleight of hand check, please.
Okay. Well, intelligence is 18.
Okay, good.
Sleight of hand's not great, but it's 13.
Okay, so you do manage to start channeling this liquid light into your rifle, and just round after round just like literally makes these guards like flat out go down. Alaric does succeed in his earthquake effect, and it makes like kind of like a cavern bit, so you can now see under to where you see the pathway where you see Raz, Solaric, and you also see
The standoff,
Gustav just, and then now Solaric with your what was your kicking her down attempt?
13.
13. You look at it, you get so angry, you boot the door, and you feel like the reverberations all up your body of like as you boot it.
Yep.
And Gustav's like, I give you one more chance to leave the door alone, or
I will look at Raz.
Gives him a nod and immediately turns and shoots at Gustav.
And then I will try and slice the door.
Okay. So Raz, roll me attack rolls to see if you can distract Gustav while he's like keeps constantly channeling this charge through his gloves. And Solaric with that charge of the door, this sword, you cut through it like butter.
Nice. Could Raz action surge as well?
Of course.
And steady shot on the first one?
Of course.
First one's a 22.
Hits.
19.
Hits.
20.
Hits.
12.
Misses.
Should I roll damage as well? Or?
No, just the hits for this will be enough.
Sure.
Just because we're kind of doing like a loose kind of combat, essentially. Yes, all these hits, and you just see him like take shot. Lace, you see these 3 shots fired up. Then you also see this giant glow from down where this crater almost that Alaric has opened with like this almost earthquake type attack to the ground. The guards you've mowed down, more are coming, but they are quite far away. So like, what do you do as you like slice through this door and you just see mountains and mountains and mountains of light?
Sorry, what did you...
So you slice down this door, you cut through this door like butter, and there's inside this, there's just mountains and mountains and mountains of light.
Okay. I will leave that for someone else because they wanted it.
Yeah, okay.
I am going to enter rage, and I'll rush up to Gustav. And then try and I'll go for a slice. And as I'm running past Raz, I'll just say, "Doors open!" I'll go with.
Okay, yeah. So I'll just get you to roll an attack roll for me to see if you hit.
Yeah.
I'll get you to roll your 2. And yeah, Raz, you see this door open and just again all this light inside. You also see up where like the light from Luminous City is now like stretching down, and you see Lace just like kind of just turned his rifle into like this machine gun, just mowing down the guys, and you see Alaric that's like stabbed the sword into the ground. You see now his sword, and Raz, you know how much he liked this because you've been with Alaric a long time. Completely smashed in half from this overexertion of it. Your attacks, Alaric.
Yes. So the first one was 21.
Hits.
And then second one is that's low. A 15.
15 does miss. Like, so you go like for this one slash, and he just sidesteps, and he is going to get a good jolt of energy into you. That will be a 19 exactly.
Yeah, that hits. Yeah,
he just like connects with you and just. Lace, I'm giving you one action. What do you want to do as you're seeing all this unfold?
Would I be able to activate my boots in that one action?
You would get one thing you can do.
I'm going to pitch it. You can tell me no.
Yep.
I'm going to give my hand cannon to the boss and go kill him. And then I'm going to climb up the crater, lay down, check how much liquid's left, and just keep blasting at the guard to buy time.
Okay. I will allow that actually. Yeah. So you essentially are buying time. Roll me a d10.
Oh, the one I didn't get out. One thing.
Oh no!
I didn't need it for any. I didn't need it for any of the damage types. There we go. That's 5.
You have enough of this liquid light left for 5 minutes. You guys have 5 minutes before you're going to run out of liquid light, and all these guards that you can see, you're like mowing them down, and you're seeing them like they're getting into vehicles now. The mechs, the dwarven mechs are getting into their mech suits, and they're like running forward. It's looking really bad for you guys. Alaric is going to like take your hand, kind of run down to the crater. Raz, you're going to have one action. What do you want to do in this action?
Could Raz pick up one of these cells of light, throw it towards Gustav,
Okay.
and try and shoot it while it's in the air next to him? Just one little cell, not a big part of it.
I will allow that. I'm going to say make an attack roll with disadvantage for this shot.
Sure.
The shot will be to hit the light.
That's really good.
I'm going to say the shot's going to be 20 AC to hit the light because it's in the air.
26.
Perfect.
I got that 20 and a 16.
Oh, amazing. So you just throw the light, and without even looking, just as this blast goes off, and it just goes off in Gustav's face, and it just knocks him to the floor. Alaric just like runs. He's just like, well, I'm kind of useless here. So yeah, Solaric, what are you going to do in this moment as this blast just like shot off in Gustav's face? It's knocked him to the floor.
Yeah. So did I get stunned by like the flash of light? Or
No. It just like hit you, and like it like shook you, but nothing at the moment happened.
Yeah, so if he's fallen prone, he would just get the sword and just stab down
Perfect.
towards him.
Yeah. So you stab down. Roll me an attack roll. You have advantage because he is prone.
Beautiful. Okay. That will be another 22.
22? Yeah, easy enough. You stab down and you stab true, twist, and you feel the life leave him. As this is happening, Alaric disappears for a moment, comes back with almost like a tiny, like little car, almost like it's not quite a land hopper, but it's not quite the sand skidders. It's like in between. It's more for like the city that they've built it for. So how it's going to last off road, and he's just going to be like, we gotta go. Load up what you can. We gotta go. I'm going to say you now, if both of you can roll me d20s, if you get lower than 10, I'm going to half the time you have remaining. I'm going to say you have 3 minutes left.
Okay. So it's just a straight roll. Just
straight roll. So,
okay.
You got...
That was a 6.
Okay, so you got 1.5 minutes.
Starting to load it up.
Yep.
I got natural 1.
Okay, you have 30 seconds left. Because you're there, I'm going to say, Raz, roll me a D100. And Solaric, you have a choice now. You can now attempt to try and continue to help loading up or get in the car ready to leave.
You what? He's mad, isn't he? So let's help load up.
Okay, so you also roll me a D100.
Okay.
That's a 58.
58, okay.
Oh, I never rolled these. Where's my D100? Right. That is. Are we saying double zeros is 0?
Yeah.
Or what? Yeah. So 3.
3. Perfect. Yeah, was you there, Kisman, for the Great Finn debacle?
What were those double ones and
where he got double
10.
zeros and he was like, "Oh, I rolled 120," and we're like, "Huh?"
No, you didn't.
Anyway, so yeah, so 3 and 58, correct? Okay, perfect. Lace, you have like 10 seconds left. Do you try and continue hold line, or are you getting in the car?
He's not for riches. But with this, with this soft head logic, with this pure light going through the rifle, I'm guessing it's ruined the gun at this point.
Oh, this gun is burning, like it is super hot. Like you feel like in your hands, like at any point this could combust.
I'm going to deliberately make the gun overheat as I throw it towards the enemies.
Okay.
That are just coming. Whatever it's going to do, going to touch the earpiece and go, "You owe me a rifle," and just disappear into the sand.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
So you chuck the rifle. It's in the air. Do you two get into the car, or do you want to use your last seconds to load more? This will make your escape more difficult.
Raz is gonna turn to Salarak.
Yep.
You keep loading, I'll hold them off.
I like where you think.
And Raz is gonna hop onto all the light
Okay.
and point both guns down at it and turn to the enemies and say,
Unless you want to see this place go up in smoke, I'd suggest you back off now.
Roll me a persuasion check with advantage.
that's a 20.
A 20. As you say that, the overheated gun goes into the crowd. Yet another explosion sends them off. The ones at the front are holding. Both of you roll me one more D100.
That's a 2.
2?
22.
22. So 60 total for you, M, and a 25 total
25.
for you, Mantiago. Perfect. And they go, "You've had your fill. Now leave. And we won't chase you. Continue here, and there's only one way it's going to end."
I think we're the ones with all the cards. I'd suggest you back off and we'll take what we can carry.
They are standing firm. Alaric is revving up the car. He's like, "Look, guys, let's just go. And he begins to drive. No, you wouldn't see from where you are. Lace, in the sand you would, because you've disappeared, so you have good viewpoint. You do see they've started to pull out this big, from want of a better term, a big cannon.
Fucking. I hate the fact that this is a professional courtesy, but they're going to blow you out of that fucking hole with some piece of artillery that is ridiculously oversized. And if you guys don't make it out of there, I don't get a new rifle. So
Yeah, gonna start to
Okay.
head off.
I'm more than sorry.
Yeah.
Just a little thing Lace will leave. I'm more than happy to kill any that do ignore the whole "I'm not going to follow you" thing. But until then, I think it's time to move. I apologize.
Sounds like it's time to get out of here.
Okay.
Alright, I said I'll follow you, so.
Alaric's driving. Solaric gets in. Raz, you get in. anything else as you're driving off before I make you make the final check to see if you get out?
This must be really crazy. How is the vehicle? What does it look like? Is Sarak able to hold his sword out so as they're driving, see if he can like cut any as they're heading out?
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's more like a kind of Jeep kind of thing with like a open roof, like, you know, so you can load things. Like, imagine a van, like a. I'm not even thinking right. Yeah, like a van, but like an open roof van, you know, so like you can just load it in, like a pickup truck. There we go. That's the word. Yeah.
Okay, so that'll be at the back then with the light cells, and then just mow anyone down as they try to escape.
Perfect. Anything from
and any of them?
Yep.
Sorry.
No, go.
Just any of them that do not agree with the whole leave and be, I will just emerge from the sand and with that makeshift sword just across the back of the legs.
Okay. Perfect.
So are the 4 of us in the car now? Or is...
So Lace has disappeared from
just doing his thing.
Raz, you're in, Salarak's in, and Alaric's driving.
You able to get on?
Don't worry about me.
Boom.
Oh, if you're going to make it go boom, I'll just start leaving now and I'll meet you on the outskirts. But are you sure you want to do that?
How much
we don't
of
know
this
what the
light
effects
was left?
Oh, there is a lot left. You managed to get away with about 80,000 units.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I think 85 if you're timesing it by
10. Yeah, 85,000 you got away with.
Yeah. Jeez.
And there's still
maybe
a lot
not
more.
then.
We don't know what an explosion of that magnitude would do to the planet, let alone just that part of just that building, the city.
You make a good point.
Hey, look, I'm eccentric, but I'm also stupidly wise.
I hadn't realised there was quite that much left. Fair enough.
I mean, if I had the conversation, he would have been so up for it. Like, let's see what happens.
You might have turned the planet into a moon, is
yeah.
warning you here, above table.
Okay. Now, as you're all getting away, I need one of you to make the final D20 roll to see how far you escape and if you escape out the city borders with this. So, one of you roll the D20 and you add 10 to the roll.
I've been rolling terribly, so I'm out.
Oh, it's up to you, Em. You and me.
Been rolling pretty hot, so shall I give it a go?
Yeah.
I'm more than happy to let you.
Go!
16?
16 plus 10.
6 plus 10.
Oh, okay. 16. Alaric revs the car. You go over and out. As that happens, you see the cannon in the distance start to charge, and then it just stops. And